What's wrong with this photo? Tom Hardy's young Picard problem in Star Trek Nemesis explains. Star Trek Nemesis introduced Tom Hardy as Shinzen, the evil clone of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart. But Hardy also played a young Picard in a photo that instantly became problematic. Directed by Stuart Baird from a story by John Logan, Rick Berman, and Brent Spiner, Star Trek Nemesis became the death knell for the Star Trek The Next Generation movie franchise. Aspects of Star Trek Nemesis have proven infamous, like the death of Commander Data, Brent Spiner, and a controversial photo of Cadet Jean-Luc Picard at Starfleet Academy. Shinzen was cloned from Jean-Luc Picard by the Romulans as part of an unrealized plot to replace the captain of the Enterprise with a doppelganger. Instead, the young Shinzen was sent to toil in the mines of Remus. However, Shinzen came under the protection of the Reman who became his viceroy, Ron Perlman. Years later, Picard's clone assassinated the Romulan Senate, installing himself as Praetor. Shinzen planned to attack the United Federation of Planets in Star Trek Nemesis, but he also went through a charade of befriending Captain Picard and trying to gain his duplicate's trust, which left Jean-Luc contemplating his life's direction compared to Shinzen's. Why Tom Hardy as young Picard in Star Trek Nemesis was wrong. There's a scene in Star Trek Nemesis where Captain Picard looks at a photograph of himself as a Starfleet Academy cadet. Only it's Tom Hardy playing the young Jean-Luc. While that isn't controversial in itself, the fact that Cadet Picard is bald in the photo is. Star Trek The Next Generation Season 6 episode Tapestry established that the young Picard, Marcus Nash, had a full head of hair when he was nearly killed by Nausicaaans during a bar fight. Cadet Picard, depicted as bald, contradicts this and drew the ire of Star Trek The Next Generation fans. The blame for a bald Cadet Picard can be partially attributed to Star Trek Nemesis's director Stuart Baird. A newcomer to Star Trek, Baird decided not to avail himself of the expertise of Star Trek The Next Generation's cast. Tom Hardy playing young Jean-Luc in a photo to establish that Shinzen looked identical to the real Picard when they were younger makes a certain amount of sense. But making young Picard bald was likely done to hammer home to general audiences that Jean-Luc was looking at a photo of his younger self, even if TNG already established Picard wasn't bald until later in life.